Hi, Black Pixie back with another video. And this video is about R. Kelly documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. I watched all 6 episodes of the R. Kelly documentary. And I wasn't going to watch it, but my daughter, she's 28, a Facebook message came and she was like, she's so sick. She's 28 and she was like, she's so sick of the, she's so sick of this R. Kelly documentary thing, and she only watched the first episode of it and she was totally disgusted with it. So I called her and I wanted to know, well, why is, well, I called my second, I asked my second daughter what was her perspective on R. Kelly, because I'm realizing that young people is supporting R. Kelly. So I kept going with my daughter's Facebook page, and I was reading her comments and others commenting on her Facebook page, and from her perspective, to sum it all up, the accusers and the parents are at fault for what they are accusing R. Kelly of doing to these young girls. They see it as the parents' fault. So that's how my oldest daughter sees it. It's the parents' fault. And those accusers on there that are giving their story, telling their truth, she sees them as how she put that, they are basically co-conspirators because they did nothing about it. They took the money. So that's how she sees that. So I asked my second daughter, she's 27, her perspective on it. And I said, well, y'all don't know about R. Kelly. She said, oh, yes, we do. She said, that's all they talked about in 2008 when they took him to trial. And I listened to her to get her perspective on it. And her perspective on it is the video that shows R. Kelly peeing on a young girl. She says in that video, R. Kelly that peed on the girl had hair. R. Kelly had no hair. Now that's when I started hearing about it, because I wasn't following none of that stuff. But everybody kept talking about it. And I think it was the young people then, because my kids were teenagers then. And I'm like, okay, what is this R. Kelly thing everybody keep ranting and raving about? So I wasn't following, I wasn't listening to it. So I clicked on the video. I said, I'm going to at least look at this video. So I went on and found the video and looked at the video. Couldn't really see it because it was kind of dark. But the guy in the video had hair. And then when I look at R. Kelly at that same time, he had no hair. So that was the issue with the young people. They don't believe R. Kelly was the one that peed on the girl. Back then, it was this thing that says the brother was the one that peed on the girl. And the mother came out and said that it wasn't, but it was R. Kelly. It was a big mess. I didn't feel like following that mess, so I got a gist of that. I said, okay, I don't really care. But, so, that's the understanding I got from them of what their perspective is on it. So, after watching this documentary, to sum up my perspective on it is this. I agree with my girls, the mothers, the people that R. Kelly's what do you call them? my speech is not very good because I have medical issues that affected my speech. So my speech is not that good yet because I have trouble, you know, doing my words. And then I just have a speech issue. It's gotten worse over the years, especially after my health issue. But anyway, entourage. His entourage, those that work for him that got paid, they are equally responsible for what they say happened to these girls. And I don't know if you saw the video of Jocelyn's mother and father had the police do a well check on Jocelyn. They found out what hotel she was at. And she had a mediator, someone hopefully that Jocelyn would speak to, you know, and she could get to her and they would bring her to the hotel where they were and they would get on a plane. I think they say be on a plane to Chicago, get her out of there as if she's in some danger. Well, they had to get the manager and the police to break in the room because the girl would not come out. So the police break into the girl's room. And she came out. She wouldn't let them in the room, but she came out. And the police spoke with her. And the person that her parents had there to mediate there for them, she heard her telling the people that she don't want to go, she's fine, she don't want nothing to do with her parents. So as the police spoke with her, they was hoping that the mediator could speak to the daughter on behalf of the parents. But the police told the mediator that she said she wants nothing to do with her parents whatsoever. She don't want to go. All she wanted for her parents to leave her alone. And they said, and the officer said that she looks well. They said that she spoke reasonable. And she doesn't look like she doesn't look like she's harming herself in any way. So the well check turned out the parents was heartbroken. The fact that this girl made it very clear. I want nothing whatsoever to do with them. I want them to leave me alone. That part was left out of the documentary. So the point I've been making in my commentary in some of the YouTube creators comment section is that there are no victims. Jocelyn don't see herself as a victim. Spark's daughter don't see herself as a victim. Spark's mother don't see Sparkle as a victim. And Aaliyah's mother obviously don't see Aaliyah as the victim because she handled that marriage to R. Kelly. She had her know, which is what a mother would do, you know, for her daughter's best interest because, you know, young teenage girls, it is what it is with them. But and these other girls, the one that kept rolling off the stage, crying and coming back, I don't know what to think about her. Why she keep crying? Because after I listened to her, I realized she could have left at any time. And when she was ready to leave, she just walked away. There was nothing whatsoever keeping her there, except for maybe the checks and the Louis Vuitton bags and the money and get to live and all of that. So that was keeping her there in the hope of becoming famous in that in the entertainment world. So my thing is, R. Kelly did all of these things. I wasn't there, so I don't know. They says R. Kelly did all these things, but it's the things that the industry is saturated with that. But I'm looking at it in black and white, in a sense that the white entertainment center is the same way, the black entertainment is the same way, and from what I'm seeing, Harvey Weinstein and Spacek and Charlie Rose and now Torre and all of these people are being exposed, as well as R. Kelly, then Foxy Brown saying this about Jay-Z, and Damian Dash speaking on R. Kelly, but at the same time, he don't want to speak on Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. He don't want to get into that, but he can speak on R. Kelly. It's just, they're being exposed. The white community is dealing with their exposing of this abuse in the entertainment center. And the blacks are dealing, the black community is dealing with their exposing the black community. But as you see with Harvey Weinstein, his cases are being thrown out against the lady that's bringing charges against him. In their community, they're not, as French Montana said in his video, let people enjoy their legacy. While behind Steve, Charlie Rose and all of them, Matt Lauer, and they are, like I say, have been defamed, but they still get to enjoy their legacy. In the black community, they want R. Kelly homeless and starving. They want his talent. They want his talent to come to a point where it's zeroed out. I can see, like with Matt Lauer, Charlie Rose, they got fired from their jobs, so their money stopped. But their legacy continues on because their wealth is not being destroyed. As far as R. Kelly, as French Montana said, he said he did it to Michael Jackson, and now they're doing it to R. Kelly. They are destroying the legacy. They're trying to completely zero out these people's years of their talent, born talent, being their moneymaker. And they're canceling all, like I said, there are no lines. All his concerts in the United States are being canceled. But then I read an article earlier today where Germany, Germany and 3 other places, there are long lines. Venues are being booked, $113 to get in to hear R. Kelly live. There's a meet and greet, $330 to meet R. Kelly. And I think I don't know if it was TMZ. They questioned the venue, and the venue said they don't have anything to do with, with the bookings at the venue. So they spoke with those in Germany that booked the venue, and they were asking about, do they notice what's going on in the United States? And they are yes. They say yes, they know what's going on in the United States. It has their eye on that. And based on what's going on in the U.S., they'll be dealing with this situation. They'll be, booking R. Kelly according to that. So, R. Kelly money is not stopping. R. Kelly has a talent that you can't take away from him. You cannot take this man's voice, his talent of singing, away from him. And as sweet as Whitney Houston was, she lost her voice in the end. due to the drugs that she was on. Apparently, R. Kelly is not on drugs that would take his force away. He would never lose his talent. Can't take that away from him. But seemingly that is what people want. So they say he's escaping to Africa. I hadn't heard anything in the news because I have a news app and I check on there where I go looking for articles. And I don't see anything about him going to Africa. But I did see an article about him being booked in Germany, and about him in what is it, these other three places. And to speak a little bit on his daughter, the daughter calls him a monster, and he started having anxiety and had to be hospitalized. And they said it was due to the documentaries, but when the documentaries come out, R. Kelly was out partying and singing his heart out in Chicago, packed house sold out, singing his heart out. He wasn't concerned about the documentaries and all of these people. Police came in and said they had a warrant on him. There was no warrant on him, da-da-da. Police left. He went back up there, sang his heart out, stopped, cussed everybody out, and went back to singing. He's not concerned with that. But once that daughter called him a monster, now he's having an anxiety attack. So apparently he can handle all of this going on with him, but he can't handle his children jumping on the bandwagon. So he has 2 children that jumped on that bandwagon of surviving R. Kelly. So I guess the daughter and the son, speaking out about their dad but not going into details, I guess they survived him too. But, more be coming out on that, because as people go out of their way to bring down R. Kelly, they are being exposed one by one by one. I don't see try to bring down Harvey Weinstein. I don't see Harvey Weinstein. I don't see a lot of people being exposed behind him. But this situation with R. Kelly, they know this industry is all about. They know what the industry is about. It's always been that way. So for everybody to blame a whole entire industry on R. Kelly, when all of these people are doing the same thing, I guess R. Kelly is the biggest, so they're going after him. But I think it's time for the black community to open their eyes and see what is going on with their young girls, and how some become famous and some don't. So that's what this is all about. Those who didn't become famous, they're trying to get that clout off of the surviving R. Kelly story. They themselves are being exposed. The victims are coming out. So-called victims are coming out. And they are exposing these surviving R. Kelly as liars. The people are coming out. They're getting through. But that's my perspective on the surviving R. Kelly situation. And a lot is going to be exposed. A lot of people is going to be exposed. And it's a good thing, because now the black community can come together and heal as these things are being exposed, and they can heal from it. And then once this is being exposed, then it releases and it's gone. But what a lot of people is missing, leaving out, is the fact that R. Kelly is also a victim of what he did. So it's a cycle of victimization. So that means R. Kelly is going to have to be healed in this too. See, you want justice for the girls, but R. Kelly needs justice too. And I see R. Kelly brother, he's not hard out coming after R. Kelly. He's in here with the exposure and getting the healing also. Because he's exposing that older sister that's been, from what I understand, been molesting R. Kelly from age 7 until age 16. So, it is what it is with all of this. And that's my higher perspective on the R. Kelly situation, because I don't take sides because I don't take sides with the surviving R. Kelly victims. Those that those are in the documentary, not the victims that say it wasn't me and I'm not coming forward. That refuse to testify is why R. Kelly got off was found not guilty 3 different times, because as R. Kelly lawyers say, there are no victims. There's not one victim that came forward, except for those that was a part of the entourage that was getting paid and hoping to have their music career take off for his dad. And I don't take sides with R. Kelly, because apparently R. Kelly was wrong in this.